For everyone who's been struggling with things like depression, anxiety, addictions of various kinds, past traumas, and other things that are kind of making life miserable, I was in that place for a long time, nearly 2 decades. And it took me a long time to figure out all of the different pieces that were needed in order not just to cope with those or manage them successfully or be sober from a compulsive pornography habit or from using drugs or things of that nature, but actually to retrain my mind and body so that I didn't have triggers anymore, so that I was no longer struggling with relapses, so that I wasn't down in these manic depressive mood swings, so that I wasn't having panic attacks or anxiety or overwhelmed with stress. And in the process of figuring that stuff out, at a certain point, I started helping other people with it. And as I was seeing the results that they were getting from these simple, direct, very straightforward approach to the issue, I started a podcast. And on that pod, there's over 130 different episodes right now that have been published and more on the way, where I cover all the various different angles, ways to think about it, what is really going on with things like addiction or depression or anxiety or trauma, how to think about healing in a way that doesn't make it a lifetime pursuit and that your whole life is now wrapped around healing, and what real freedom can look like in a variety of different ways. And all of those podcasts are free and available. And I just want you to have the opportunity to go and listen. I've had clients come from those podcasts where they've said that those things have helped them incredibly to turn around their thinking and give them a new perspective that actually gave them a way out instead of thinking that this was a problem they were going to be struggling with for the rest of their life. And we've had people just reach out to us saying that those podcasts alone enabled them to finally get out of the rut that they were stuck in. And it's all free, it's all online, and I just want you to have the opportunity to go and sift through those, see what's there. You'll find a link to one above, and then just sort through, find the ones that resonate with you if there is a struggle that you're having. Because the last thing I want for you to do is to believe, like so many people talk about, that these things are permanent, that even if you can manage them a little bit, they're going to stick around for your whole life. It's simply not true. That's not the way the human mind and body are designed to work. You and I were built for freedom. And it's just understanding how to work the mind and body in the way that they're designed that you can finally be free of these struggles that seem like they're going to last forever. They're not. I've experienced a massive change. It's been nearly a decade now, and hundreds and hundreds of clients who have been through the processes that I've shared, and some of which I go into on the podcast, they also have seen massive changes and they've put their struggles behind. I would love for you to have that experience. So go check out the podcast. Feel free to write in if you have any questions that come up. And by all means, don't get stuck in a life believing that you're always going to be in this place managing something that's negative when there's so much more life to live.